And welcome everyone to our latest ranking analysis. I'm Andy Katz from March Madness and NCAA.com. As we look at the Power 36 in the AP poll, first off, for this week's March Madness 365 edition, talked to Kobe Jones from Xavier, hit the game-winning shot to beat Providence, and also joined by Keon Brooks from Kentucky, as the Wildcats were our team of the week. You can find a video I did with Andrew Jones on Saturday, who was our player of the week after he beat West Virginia with a three-pointer. And John Rossi, my good friend from CBS Sports, he joins me as well. Came up with a nickname for me. You'll have to check that out. He's got a nickname for everything. All right, so Power 36 versus AP poll. Take a couple of questions here after. Didn't do a lot of changing at the top. A lot of fluidity throughout the rest of it. And we're going to see a lot of change here. I just want to highlight a couple of teams here. Louisville. Louisville is getting its just reward, 16 in the AP. I moved them up to 23. They'll keep climbing up as they play better teams in the ACC. They had one stinker against Wisconsin. No Carly Jones in that game. They're playing really well. Chris Mack is doing a great job with that program. So that's number one I want to highlight. Boise State. Where are they in the AP poll? Why is no one else giving Boise State the love? Derek Alston, they're the best team in the Mountain West Conference. They've played very well. They were shorthanded against Houston. I want to see the love for Boise State. UCLA, no Chris Smith, done for the season, and yet UCLA is the best team in the Pac-12. Okay, where is UCLA here? Why is Oregon still ranked ahead of UCLA? I don't get it. Oregon lost to Colorado. Wake up, AP. Come on. Got to pay attention. All right, that's a big thing I got right now with that AP poll. That UCLA is ranked in mine, not in AP. They're ahead of Oregon. They're undefeated. They swept the Arizona schools without Chris Smith. USC got the sweep as well. Okay, I got USC in the top 25. Where is USC? Do not see them. All right. UConn is at 18 and 25. So I'm higher on the Huskies right now. Where are they? I brought Duke back into the Power 36. I think a little too high at 19. Still got to wait to see they play some of the better teams. Obviously, that Florida State game got postponed. Slid down Minnesota. I'm not ready to give up on them, even though they did not look good. Missouri has not played as well lately. Maybe that was an omission that I bounced them out. They'll be back in. I still believe in the Tigers. Very high in Alabama. Alabama's undefeated. Where is Alabama in this poll? I do not see Alabama in the AP poll. Missing in action. Where is Alabama? Where is Boise State? Where is UCLA? Okay? They're not there. Tennessee's at 10. Who beat Tennessee? Alabama. Help me out here, people. West Virginia a little too high at 13. No Oscar Tshiebwe. Did beat Oklahoma State without him. I like that. Stanford. Where's Stanford? Oscar da Silva had a phenomenal week. Nowhere to be found. I clearly am giving much more love to the Pac-12 than the AP poll. Okay? Don't get it at all. I'd say, other than that, for the most part, we're very similar in a couple other spots. So anyway, Texas Tech is too high, by the way, at 15 in the AP poll because they haven't beaten anybody yet. Best win was over Oklahoma. All right, let's take some questions. Better team, Michigan or Iowa? Iowa, I think, is the better team. Michigan's playing better right now in the moment. Okay? Michigan has not played some of the better teams yet outside of Minnesota in the Big Ten. That's all going to change. Schedule backloaded. So keep that in mind. Thoughts on Providence, Robert? Lost at the buzzer on a dunk to Creighton. Lost at the buzzer on the shot by Kobe Jones. They're better. They just have two great shots. Completely flipped the script on where they are right now, but they can't get discouraged. Okay, some nasty comments in here. Nelson, thoughts on Kentucky playing better? They're our team of the week for a reason. Absolutely dismantled Florida. Listen to my interview with Keon Brooks on March Madness 365. Add some very good insight into it. Why is Illinois top 5 in the polls? They're not. I don't know what you're talking about. They lost Sunday night to Maryland. Where's San Diego State, Colorado State, Brian? They're not right now the best team in the Mountain West Conference. Boise is. Jerry, the Razorbacks have not beat the best teams in the SEC. Virginia Tech, Chris, if that's what you're asking about. Much better than anyone thought. He's done a great job, Mike Young. Baylor, Texas. Dage. Baylor Gonzaga will be one of the best championship games of all time. I love it. I hope it happens. But it could be, any other combinations. Gonzaga, Iowa. I wouldn't rule out Illinois. Villanova, Wisconsin. Indiana, question mark, Luke Lockhead. Indiana has played well in spurts. Sigh of relief on the win over Nebraska because they needed that one badly. Mark Shank, most overrated and underrated team. Overrated? It really could be, based on these polls, could be Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech, but we got to beat some people, Red Raiders. Okay? Let's wait and see. This week's going to be an interesting week, Baylor and Texas. Underrated, I told you. Where is Boise? Where is USC? Where is Stanford? Where is UCLA? Come on. This is clear West Coast bias outside of Gonzaga. Brian, yes, Mountain West is deeper. The problem, it's skewed right now, like a Utah State. They're undefeated, but they feasted on the bottom. Air Force, New Mexico, and San Jose, if I'm not mistaken. Who's better, North Carolina or Duke? Ronnie? North Carolina I'm a little disappointed in. I thought they would be better right now. They're young. So that's a push right now, I think. Andrew, why should I give Oregon a break that they've never won in Boulder? 0-8 under Dane Allman. Doesn't make sense. Nate wants to know, why is Kentucky in mine? Have you watched the way they played? Played well. Stephanie does not think Wisconsin's that good. Well, it's a pretty good team. They may not have an NBA player, but where's North Carolina, Jesse? They're not playing well. Thoughts on West Virginia? Hugs is doing a fantastic job. Fantastic. UCLA tourney run. Cristoforo. Without Chris Smith, that might be hard for them to go very deep, but they're playing great right now. Tiger Campbell played phenomenal in that win at Arizona. Greg, who do I see coming out of the Big Ten? Tell you, I could see any one of these top 5 making a run. Rutgers has hit a bit of a skid right now, 3 in a row. Bobby, can I answer a question about Michigan State? Yeah, major collapse against Purdue. I thought they'd found themselves prior to that game. Let's see how they rebound after that, because this is going to be a critical time. A.J. Hoggard, needed to be the answer there, but this is a critical time. Damien, why is Virginia so low? Well, once again, who have they beaten? No one really of consequence yet. Why is Iowa so low? I got them at 7 versus 5. What's the big deal? 5-7. You could push it either way. Why is Tennessee not in the top 10? Well, they lost to Alabama. Okay? Did you guys forget that? Brad, Syracuse missed all these practice days and winning ugly, but they did lose to Pitt. Yes, Alfie, Kentucky can make the tournament. What did Duke to make my list, Jason? They are playing better, and as we get further down beyond 29-30, I got to look at teams that are playing well right now in this snapshot in time. Woo, Ron, who cares what I say? Okay, Ron, why are you clicking on here then? Why are you asking a question? Why are you making a statement? All right, let's do a couple more here. Appreciate everyone beside some negativity. Who's going to win tomorrow, Michigan or Wisconsin? Tough one. I may go Badgers here. Still deciding. Can Oklahoma State make the tournament? If it were today, they're in. We'll see if that holds. Yes, the Big Ten's the best. Andy, who asked this question? Mark Shank. Gonzaga wins it if I got to pick someone right now. Yes, Minnesota can turn it around, Stephen, but they got to play better on the road. They've been brutal on the road. Brutal. Best team in the pack, asks Michael. Right now it's UCLA over the long haul without Chris Smith. And Oregon's not healthy. I wouldn't rule out Stanford. Pause. Let me say this. The most talented team, I think, is USC. I agree with Bill Walton on that. But I wouldn't rule on out Stanford. Pedro. Who you calling a moron, Pedro? Come on, Pedro. Ridiculous. Be nice. There's enough hatred in this country right now. Online hatred. Be better. No reason for moron comments, Pedro. Ridiculous. All right. We don't want Pedro asking any more questions. How far does Tennessee go, Bryce says. They got the experience. They're playing, they're defending. They certainly could make a Final Four run. I don't see any reason why they can't. Bama or Ohio State tonight, Chad. I'm going. I'll be the contrarian. Going to Ohio State. Why not? Jeff asks if Drake can win. And I will say they have been one of the biggest surprises right now. They're on pause. 13-0 without their best player who goes to Minnesota, Liam Robbins. So that has been a big surprise as well. Jamie, Nebraska's struggles the reasons are that it's a collection of transfers and it's pieces that are just trying to fit together. I still believe, and they almost got Indiana. Looked like they could have gotten them on Sunday night. They're going to beat someone at home, maybe multiple people. It will happen. Let's say, let's take 2 more here. Springs says Suggs. Right now, he's the best freshman in the country, and he will be, I think, a first-team All-American. By the way, his passes, former football player, phenomenal full-court pass against San Francisco, and the bounce pass, I'm trying to remember who that was against. Maybe the full court was Portland and the bounce San Francisco, I can't remember. But his passing is off the charts. Baylor Gonzaga, asked Jay right now. I'd say right now it's Gonzaga. I want to see Baylor play the best teams in the Big 12. We haven't seen that yet. Kansas, Texas. We're going to see the Texas game hopefully soon. So, do I see Gonzaga losing a game? No. Here's the deal with the Zags. If this was a normal year, okay, then they might, because 20,000 fans at the Marriott Center, Bandbox St. Mary's, maybe at USF this year, Santa Clara, but they're not going to have those road crowds. And that completely changes the dynamic for them going on the road in the WCC. So, I don't see it. Alan Bass, Dickinson, freshman of the year. Will he be the freshman of the year in the Big Ten? That's for sure. He could potentially be, he should be first team all Big Ten. I got some flack for that, but he has played well enough. Think about this. Just going to throw this out. This is how good the Big Ten is. Ayo Dosunmu, Luka Garza. Okay, those are 2 locks. Now, look at these other players. Someone's going to get eliminated first team. Hunter Dickinson, Kofi Coburn, Marcus Carr. You could easily throw in there Ron Harper Jr., see if he can continue to trend up. Don't know if that'll hold. Will there be another player that emerges? And then, of course, Trace Jackson Davis. Trace Jackson Davis is for sure a first-team All-Big Ten player. So someone is going to be the odd person out. All right. Last thing. Let me circle back on this Big Ten issue. If they don't win the national championship, let's not put them down, because it is the best league. It will be the best league this season. It could be the best league for quite a while. but the best team is Gonzaga. The second best team may be Baylor. Who knows? As we see in the polls, third and fourth could be Villanova, Texas. But overall, the best league, top to bottom, is the Big Ten. That's not going to change. I wouldn't hold it against them if they don't win a national championship. Appreciate everyone. Check out our podcast, March Madness 365. Stay safe, everyone. We'll talk again next week. And be nice. No reason for negative comments. We need to be nicer to everyone.